नमस्ते। हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। I am JVN Dr. Anamika Aharwal, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take the basic overview of software engineering. uh, why this subject is important in the curriculum, or you can say in your syllabus. What is the need and what is the scope of this subject basically? So in the syllabus we will discuss all the topics and we will cover all those things, but today I am giving you an brief introduction or brief information, so that you peoples can be able to know what is basically the requirement is. Because when we are a student, then there is a thought in our mind that what is the requirement of this subject. Even though when I was a student, and I just remember that there is a subject managerial economics, that time I also thought that what is the requirement and what is the need of this subject in the computer science. Because the computer science students, there is no relation or not any need of this particular subject to learn. But as the day passes on, and day by day the just improving my knowledge and experience, so I realized that all the things which are in the curriculum or in your syllabus are necessary as per your professional thing, or you can say somehow that are also important for the personal perspective also. Because all the things, or you can say all the subjects you are just living in your daily routine, or you can say you are using in your daily life, right? So here you people should know what exactly the subject is, what is the requirement of the subject, and what is the scope of this subject in engineering after completion of your degree. Okay, so as the name itself meaning, that software engineering, software you know very well. Okay, so basically if we are talking about the software engineering, it is a branch actually. Okay, and software is what we are nowadays we are living in the digital era, and we are very much fond of using the web technologies, or you can say these items like apps, smartphones, laptops, for doing our work, or you can say to ease our work. So it is very much important. This subject is very much important, because in this subject you will learn the software product life cycle. Because after completing this subject, you will, or after completing your graduation like BTech, CS, or MTech, or MC, or BCA, now you will be able to become a software engineer or a developer. So what is the requirement of this? So because in this everything is required for planning, analysis. As I told in my lectures, that analysis phase is very much important in our day-to-day life, or you can say personal life and the professional life. So this subject, in this we will learn about the software development life cycle. In software development life cycle, there is a cycle in which we are following those phases, or we are completing those phases during the development of the whole applications. Okay, building that particular applications. So this is very much important. for the students to know what exactly that, because if you see in our daily life that everything you plan, you analyze. If you took admission in a new college or a school, so you people would just interact to those strange persons, those strange faculty members, those strangers. So the surroundings are, there's very much new for you. So what do you analyze that? Okay, fine, the infrastructure of this university or college is okay, fine, but it's good, so let's take the admission in this university, let's take the admission in this college or school, whatever. So the thing is, what you do, you first analyze the thing. If that university, that college or that school is or you can fulfill your requirement, so those fulfill your requirement. So as per your requirement, as per your interest, it is important that you should go for that. Okay, otherwise you search another thing. Okay, fine. Then after analyzing the things, these all faculty members are okay, the qualifications are okay, the infrastructure is okay, what are the facilities in the school, colleges and universities, okay. So these all things which come into your mind is okay, fine, then you will be satisfied. Then you will go to the next phase. Next phase is analyze, then planning. How to take admission in that college, or how to take admission in that particular, XYZ. So you need to plan, you need to, whether your pocket allows to submit that much fees, or because it totally depends on the infrastructure, or the value, the brand, so brand, the value of brand is more, okay. Like if brand value is more than the local value, all about those things. So in everything you need to, in every task, either in personal or professional work, you need to analyze, you need to planning, then you need to testing. Okay, fine. Then after planning, you will just you go to that phase, testing phase. Okay, fine. Then you just take admission, and the first lecture, second lecture, the classes are going on. After the classes are going on, what you will see, okay, fine, faculties are punctual, students are functional, there is a very disciplined environment, or there is a very strict environment, there is some lenient environment, teachers are okay, faculties are good, or on an average. So you just analyze all the things and planning and design. Okay, fine, I am here and I have to just do accordingly as per this protocol where you took admission. Okay, so this is what testing. Then after, if you are talking about the exam is what? Exam is just a testing whether this particular thing is going properly or not. If this thing is not going properly, then it's okay, means you are not able to, you are not supposed to learn that thing, or to know that thing. So it is very much important for testing. So after testing, of course, there is some problem, like you see in your previous semesters or trimesters that we are conducting your online classes, we are conducting your online midterm exams, online practicals and online main exams. Okay, so in the first attempt, of course, we are facing some problem, like some network issues and all that. So if the problem we are facing, okay, we are facing the problem, then we need to resolve, or you have to resolve, until and unless you are not getting the problem. अगर हम प्रॉब्लम में नहीं जाएंगे तब तक हमें उसका सॉल्यूशन में नहीं पता चलेगा. तो कुछ काम करेंगे तभी प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगी, प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगी तो हमें उसका सॉल्यूशन ढूंढना है. बिकॉज वी now during this period, we all peoples are suffer, so we all are totally depends on the digital platform, so that we can interact digitally, either from some applications or through internet or etc. So the thing is, if we are facing some, if we are doing something innovative or something which is new, okay, so of course definitely we are facing some type of problems. Of course, there is a problem, there is an issue which is generated, there is a bug in your software, then that bug you can resolve through some solutions. So what the thing is, you need to debug it, you need to maintenance it. Okay, so there is a phase of maintenance which is very much important. Maintenance, because after after completing the software, you just hand over to you just hand over that particular package or software which you developed, so to the client. So maintenance is very much important. Okay, so there is a cycle which we all have to follow, like analysis, testing, designing, testing, coding, etc., and so on. सो अगर आप डेली रूटीन की बात करें या प्रोफेशनल्स की बात करें, तो वी ऑल आर फॉलोइंग द सिस्टम डेवलपमेंट लाइफ साइकिल. ओके, so let's start. I am giving you a brief overview of this. Okay, so I will be cover this overview under the following heads. So first of all, I would like to tell you about the subject, then course objectives, course syllabus, program outcomes, and the course outcomes. Okay. Now in this subject there are basically 7 credits, in which 70 sessions are there. And if you log in your portal, you see that there is a option of e-notes. There are self-made notes, recommended notes. Okay, so all the notes are uploaded there. You can just download it, you can just go through those links. So for your just kind of study material, you can say. Okay, now there's another option another option of videos. Videos means self-made videos and the recommended videos. Self-made means teachers made by them, and the recommended means if teachers are suppose that this video is okay, fine, it's good for the students to learn more and more, because everybody is not perfect in their field. We all are the learners, so we should try to learn daily, in every minute, in every second. Okay, so there is also another thing, that is the library references. Library references are also uploaded there, because for your references, like you can consult those references. Okay, fine, your syllabus you can find out from there, or that website, or you can say that book. So this makes you easy for preparing your notes or understanding much better. Okay, so also there is a provision for the questions. There are objective questions, there are descriptive questions. This will be helpful for the competitive exams, they will be helpful for your midterm exams, helpful for your end term exams. So they are continuously you peoples are going all those things. Okay, so this lockdown period is not the barrier for your learning. This portal provides you these much what I mean, I said you can say benefits. Okay, so that you can take the benefit of all these things, so that you will be able to prepare by yourself. Okay, so every week there is a problem solving class, in which teachers and students interact face to face. Okay, in the face to face class, the whole week the students whatever the students learn in their particular session or subjects, if there is any doubt, then she can without any hesitation ask any question to the teachers. So that class is the face to face interactive class. So this is a very good provision for the students in this period. So we all should take the benefit of this facility, and this especially with thanks to this key in this lockdown period, we peoples are very much aware and to use how to use these type of apps, so that we peoples can easily interact together. Okay, so if we are talking about the units, so in their syllabus for this subject has 3 units. In the unit 1 you will learn about the software evaluation, and in the second unit you will learn about software project scheduling, and in the third unit system integration. Okay, so in these 3 units you will basically cover up all the topics which are important for this software engineering, so you can build your career in as a software developer or software engineer. Now come to the course objectives. This course objectives is basically divided on the 2 goals. And what are these goals? In the goal 1, this course helps the students to develop skills that will enable them to construct software of high quality, software that is reliable and that is reasonable, easy to understand, modify and maintain, right? So हमने इस तरह से उसको डिवाइड किया है कि उसकी इनकी स्किल्स जो है अच्छे से उसमें और इफ़िशिएंटली वो सामने आ सकें, ये सॉफ्टवेयर किस तरह से रिलायबली उसको यूज़ किया जा सकता है, किस तरह से अच्छे से अंडरस्टैंड किया जा सकता है, मॉडिफाई कर सकते हैं, देन आफ्टर यू हैव टू मेंटेन इट ऑल्सो. And the second goal is to foster an understanding of why these skills are important. Okay, so basically the focus of these 2 goals are there. So we will later on discuss about these. Now let's start the overview of the software engineering. Okay, software engineering is basically you can say the branch of engineering which a software could be developed using quill testing, will provide engineers principles. So as per the Fritz Ware, software engineering is basically the establishment and use of sound engineering principles, methods, tools that can be used to produce high quality software that is reliable and works efficiently on real machines. If we are talking about the IEEE, what he says, the IEEE says that software engineering is an application of a systematic, disciplined, quantified approach to the development, operation and maintenance of software. So let us understand what software engineering stands for. The term is made of 2 words. What are these words? These are software and engineering. So software, as I told you that software engineering is that branch of engineering where a software could be developed using quill testing, will provide engineering principles, procedures and respective methods. So that is the software engineering. Okay, so let us discuss how this basically software engineering works and define. Okay, as I told you that there are 2 basically definitions. For the first is the Fritz and the second is the IEEE. So in this software is more than, if we are talking about the software, then software is more than just a program code. Okay, so a program is an executable code which serves some computational purpose. Software is considered to be the collection of executable programming code, associated libraries and documentations. Software when made for a specific requirement is called software product. Okay. That means and as I told you that IEEE they have given emphasis more on the development usage. Usage means there is operation or to be the implemented and maintenance of software during the upgradation of the software to execute some changes request as request by the client. So all these things must be done on this respective. So you can say software product given more emphasis on the operations and maintenance of software, that is you can say the application of engineering to the software engineering. Okay, so this is the software which I'll discuss here. And if we are talking about the software development process, whenever a particular software is developed for a certain purpose only then it will be known as the software product, right? So now in this we will consider the four phases. Four phases means these are the four phases of software development, and having the transformation 1, transformation 2 and the transformation 3. Okay, so these all are the 3 transformations. So you see in this diagram, so development process transform. So at first the user needs, okay, you see here the user needs and expectations are to be gathered. Okay, and so all the user needs, their respective requirements, expectations are to be listed, and then transformation which is having. Okay, so and this is known as the the analysis. Okay, where the problem statement would be developed. Okay, so as I told you that users, the analysis is most important. Okay, so analysis where the problem statement would be developed. Okay, because on the basis of information on the base after analysis, now you will be able to after gathering that information you will able to analyze that. Okay, fine, this is the problem. Now this problem we can resolve or give the solution accordingly. So if we are talking about this analysis phase, so they need the transformation 2. Transformation 2 means the design, okay, which is known as the design phase. In this case, the problem statement as you see in this diagram, problem statement will be given for the detailed design. So in the transfer motion, there are basically three. There is an implementation phase where this particular software is designed in this particular format, which will be implemented as a software development. Okay, so this either these are the different phases with the help of which transformation will take place. So in this there are basically you can say 4 phases. Okay, so first the user needs, and in this analyze the transformation. This is the transformation 1, and the second thing is problem statement, which is transformed into the design phase. Then after design phase, that there is a detailed design. Then after a detailed design, we will just go to the implementation phase, and that implementation phase we will get the final software product. So the second term is the engineering. Engineering on the other hand is all about developing products using well-defined scientific principles and methods. Okay, so engineering in simple we can call it as the techniques which are applying to ease our work. Okay, so that we can do our task in less time efficiently, right? So there is some type of techniques, there are some type of engineering which we are using. Now here you see this software product. You see in this picture that there is a software product. For this software product there is requirements, and then the requirement phase, system analysis and the system design, code design, testing, development, maintenance, updates. So all the things are required for this software product, right? So in the as I discussed already about this system analysis, after this designing phase should be there, then after coding, then testing, then development and maintenance, and the finally update means what? Suppose let me tell you an example. You people are using WhatsApp applications, right? So if WhatsApp, okay fine, some other applications also, if you are using some application, then after using that application, there are after some time there is an update, there is a message which shown that you update your application for getting more new features, advanced features, you can say. So okay fine, we update the WhatsApp application, we update that particular XYZ application. So day by day, just if you are driving a car or your bikes or your two-wheelers, then there are some types of servicing also required. Oiling, proper oiling should be maintained, proper the parts of those things which are working properly or not. So after some time it is mandatory to it is mandatory for the service, okay, service of that particular vehicle which you are using. So update is also required. So this is actually the process of that particular software product, which in this these things are useful. Now let's discuss about your syllabus. As I told you that your syllabus is basically divided into 3 units. In the first unit, you will learn about software evaluation. In this, you learn about issues in software engineering, software evaluation, and this concepts of product life cycle, development life cycle, models, waterfall spiral, iterative enhancement, and phase development, computer system engineering, overview various phases, analysis, design, development, and implementation. Okay, as I have already gave you a brief introduction about all these terms. Okay, so here you see that there is a cost estimation technique also. In this cost estimation technique, you will learn COCOMO model. Okay, so Putnam and Sterling models, automated estimation models, you will learn all these models in the first unit. So let me tell you about what software evaluation is. You see here in this picture, software evaluation means you are evolving means you are upgrading, like, okay. So firstly, you can say, you see here change request. Okay, so firstly the important is the analysis phase. And after, as I told you, that after analysis means you gather all the things, you gather all the information which are essential, okay, which are essential. So we are just using those things. So then after analysis, impact of analysis, release planning. On the basis of analysis, on the basis of our resources, on the basis of our manpower, on the basis of our infrastructure, we plan, or we overview or we overview the things that we are planning this much, so we will do this thing as per this, because we have limited resources, we have limited things, and we have, you know, all that, etc. So plan accordingly. So after planning, they release their planning, then need a system update. If if I am giving an example, your online classes are going on fine. So if you are in a university, there is no need for the upgradation. uh, so upgradation, like I am talking about this facility like laptops, smartphones, all this, okay. But as your information comes to you that your classes will be running online through digital platform, so you people's required a smartphone, or you people's required a laptop or desktop, okay fine. If you're using desktop, okay, so there's a requirement of camera, okay, but till now in this lockdown period no camera is there, okay. So uh, what exactly the thing is, digitally, if we are working digitally, means we use those resources which are important. If the requirement is that we need to upgrade that thing, so you need to use or you can say upgrade that thing. So in this scenario, you and we all are working digitally nowadays, because what we say is we are living in this digital era. That's why the peoples are called this digital era, digital world actually. So after updations are required, because we need the resources, and for only those resources we are updating the systems. Then after we release the systems, okay. If there is some changes, then again go to the system request, then impact analysis, then release planning, etc. Okay, so this is all about the system evaluation. So you can say the process of developing a software product using software engineering principles and methods is referred to as software evaluation. So this includes the initial development of software and its maintenance and updates till desired software product is developed which satisfies the expected requirements. Okay, so this is the software evaluation. If we are talking about the evaluation, then evaluation is what? Evaluation starts from the requirement gathered from the process, okay, after which developers create a prototype of the intended software and show it to the user to get their feedback at the early stage of the software product development. Then the user suggests changes on which several consecutive updates and maintenance keeps on changing too. So you can say this process changes to the original software till the desired software is accomplished. Now, even after the user has the desired software in the hand, the advancing technologies and the changing requirements force to the software product to change accordingly. Suppose if you have a smartphone, if you have a laptop, suppose I am talking about the smartphone also. In the smartphone, have you heard about the Jio SIM? Okay, so for using that Jio SIM, you required a 4G, right? But some very expensive mobiles have not this facility. So what people do, okay, because the businessman like Mukesh Ambani, Anil Ambani, and there's a business planning, there's a kind of strategy which they are following. So there is like shows that if you are using this, then you will get this benefits. Then we Indian peoples get more and more things which we can freely use. Okay, so so the thing is, if we are using those things which are free, so we just stuck into that. So the peoples are what to do. Peoples are going and buy another mobile, because they are using that they are using that Geo SIM, because of this free communication, like no call charges and extra or internet facility is also there. So uh, the peoples are buying another SIM. And there's a business strategy that if you are using that that SIM, means you are changing your number. Okay, so that if you are changing your SIM, that means you distribute your numbers accordingly. So if you will become a businessman, or you will become a good, some that kind of post in which communication is very much important, and your circle is very much important, like marketing and etc., like these. So what to say is, it is very much mandatory for you to carry on, you can say, to use that SIM, because you cannot change that SIM because of the number which is distributed to the many peoples, right? So this recreating software from scratch and to go one to one with the requirements is not feasible. So the only feasible and economical solution is update the existing software so that it matches the latest requirements. Then come to the next unit. In this unit, we will learn about software project scheduling. Uh, in this software project scheduling, as the name itself meaning that scheduling is very important in everything, because until and unless you are not prepare schedule, like if you are a college student, if you are a working person, then it is very much important to prepare schedule, because these much hours you are working there, and these much hours you are working at your home, so you need to separate those hours. Okay, so that is important actually. If we are talking about that SCAD project schedule, there's task definitions, parallelism, and the effort distribution scheduling methods like PERT and CPM. So the steps, methods, tools, specifications, guidelines, requirements, analysis methods, introduction methods, software implementation, issues, concept, and of programming, support, environment, software testing overview. Because as I told you that if you are designing or implementing something, you need to test it. Means just like your exam is what you're testing. Are you getting the whole syllabus? Are you getting that syllabus properly or not? It totally depends on your marks score. So if you're talking about the project scheduling is project refers to roadmap of the activities to be done with specified order and within time slot allotted to each activity. So the project managers tend to become various tasks and project milestone and other and then arranges them, keeping various factors in mind. Okay, so project manager, is a kind of job in which controlling and monitoring is very much important, because the whole thing which is managed by that the whole project is managed by that project managers. So they look for task like in critical path in the schedule which is necessary to complete the specific manner because of task interdependency and strictly within the time allocated. The next is the arrangement of tasks which lies out of critical path are less likely to impact others or overall schedule of the project. So for this scheduling a project, it is necessary to allow, like these are some steps, first is the break down the project into smaller manageable forms so that you can easily handle, you can easily do accordingly. The second thing is find out various tasks and correlate them. So estimate time frame required for each task, and this divide time into various units. Assign adequate members of work unit for each task. Then after calculate total time required for the project from start to finish. Then come to the third unit, that is the last unit, is your system integration. In system integration, we will learn about integration of software configuration management, activity planning, monitoring, control, resource plan management, product assurance, overview, quality assurance, software quality assurance, definition, various issues, trade-off, verification and validation, configuration management, identification, control, auditing, status, accounting, overview, definition, V&V life cycle. So this is the third unit. If we are talking about the system integration, integration is what? If there are many things which are divided into many parts, you can say, so we just compile or integrate it or joint so that that particular thing will work more efficiently, because that thing is more weighted rather the individual ones, right? So the system integration is defined in engineering as the process of bringing together an component, subsystems and one into one system, and ensuring that the subsystem functions together as a problem and in the information, right? So this is what you will learn in the third unit, like system integration. Okay. So in this scenario, we just go through the softwares and how to develop, and then if we are dividing the task into multiple things, then you after that you will integrate it into one, then only you can present your software also. So if in short we are talking about the summary of software engineering, what does it mean? Software engineering is an engineering branch associated with development of software using well-defined scientific principles, methods and procedures. So the outcome of software engineering is an efficient and reliable software product. So this is all about the summary, you can say, the software engineering, why we are using and what is the what is the role of that software engineering in your career, why we are you are using this in this subject. Okay, so there is always a question regarding this, and thank you so much for listening, and I welcome you all for this new digital session, and I hope you will better understand, and without any hurdles, without any break, you will continuously take your lectures. Okay, so teachers are teachers and university are fully cooperate to you. So we wish you all the best and very welcome to this news digital session. I once again thank you for all. Namaste.